Hey sports fans, this morning we're going to talk a little bit about spear shafts. I've got a couple of them laid out here in front of me, and most of these shafts are good, but a couple of them are not. They're a little bit bent, and the bends are not dramatic. They'll still fit inside of a spear gun and like inside of an enclosed track. That enclosed track is straight, so it's going to keep that shaft looking straight. And in fact, I pulled this shaft out of a friend's gun the other day, and he was very surprised when I told him that it was bent. And it was, he's always been looking at it underwater when he's loading the gun, pulling it out of fish, things like that. He just hadn't realized that it was bent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple of things about how to check a shaft. And some of you might already be catching on to what I'm going to do here, but checking to see if a shaft is straight is a very simple process, but you do need a couple of things. So if we look down here, I've got some tape. You'll see what that's about. I've got some clippers to clip the shooting line off the shaft. You can't have anything on the shaft. I've got a couple of parallel bars here. These are just aluminum bars, or I'm sorry, an aluminum L-track, and this stuff is inexpensive. I want to say it's $3 or $4 at Home Depot. And all I did was take it and cut it in half. And then because I have this little lip right here, I just elevated it on these little pieces of wood to just kind of get it up so that the shaft isn't rolling across this. What you want is two parallel bars. What's going to happen is we're going to put these shafts on those parallel bars, and we're going to roll the shaft across. And the way the shaft should look is something like this. So you get a nice even roll. If the shaft isn't straight, what's going to happen is something more like this. So let me just set that right there. So this shaft I know is not straight, and you can see what happens, okay? As it goes, it wobbles. But I don't know, well, I know these guys are straight. Not bad. But this one, we're going to find out about. So you got to do a couple of things to prep the shaft. Number one, I mentioned you got to cut the shooting line off. I usually cut it right there, just one quick clip, and just get anything that'll cut monofilament. I've got a pair of gate cutters. You can use a set of wire cutters. You potentially could use a knife. Use whatever you need to use to cut that off. Now the flopper, as it rotates, it's going to throw the balance of the shaft off, because it's going to flop up and down, it's going to move around. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a little piece of Scotch tape, and to make life easy on us later, I'm just going to fold the edge over like that. And then I'm going to take this dude, and put it on here, just like so, and just roll it around so that now the flopper is secured. Now, looking at this thing from the side, you can't really tell if it's bent. If you look straight down the shaft, you can probably see, as I rotate it, you can see the wobble in it. And when we get it, now I'm going to put it on our little table here and roll it. Now I've never done this before. Yep, I mean, it's pretty significant. And if you look at the end over here, see that huge wobble? All right, and if we come back to the other side, the thing is it's just not, this shaft is not rolling across the table like it should. So instead it's kind of flopping across the table. This is the other bent shaft that I had. So if you look down it, same basic thing. It's pretty straight. When you look at it from the side, you really can't tell that it's bent. But you put it into a spear gun and try to fire it, and you have no clue where that shaft is going to go. So make sure your shafts are straight. So you can see these guys are straight. They're just rolling right across very nicely. And if you want to see what the ends are doing, look out there toward the flopper where the extra weight is. I mean, that's a really straight shaft. There, I just barely touched that shaft. and it just wants to come. So same thing there. So these guys are pretty straight. So what do you do if you have a bent shaft? You can try to get the bend out. Chances are you're only going to make it worse. I recommend that you bring it into somebody that can straighten shafts professionally. I don't actually do it. What I do is I send them out to the guy that makes all of my shafts up in Tampa, a company called SpearCrafters. They do great work. They're the ones that make all my shafts. They're the ones that make these nice, pretty straight shafts. But they will bend your shaft back into shape. They'll put it through the heat treat process and they'll send it back out. I think they charge about 30 bucks for it, give or take. I usually wait till I have a few shafts laying around and then I just throw it in with my order and go and pick it up all at once. So of course you're going to have to pay for shipping too. But don't use a bent shaft. You know, go out, go get yourself a new shaft. Check your shafts every now and then. If you have questions and for some reason you don't have time to get stuff set up, let's say you're down here on vacation or something like that and you can't set it up at the room or the hotel, just bring it in. But if you've got a couple of arms that are parallel on a chair, for example, a wooden chair, nice hard arms, just roll that thing across and see if it's wobbling. If you get that wobble on the tip, chances are it's not as straight as it should be. So a little tiny bit of wobble is okay. And when I say a little tiny bit, I'm not talking like it's going thunk, thunk, thunk. It should want to roll nicely across that parallel surface. So, yeah, check out your shafts sometime. Give them a little bit of love and care, and they will put more fish in the boat for you. You guys have fun out there. Dive safe.